All right. We have Mothergunship here.
Mothergunship.
Mothergunship. It's like a it's like a mothership and a gunship. So as you can see here, we are inside our ship, which is not the Mothergunship. It's just a regular ship, and we're selecting a mission. The way this game's kind of story is set up is that it has a main mission and then some side missions that you can pick from until you progress the main mission. But that's not why you're here.
Father gunship.
Father gun. Thel.
You're on the cousin gunship.
No, we're not on any kind of gunship. We're on like a little raiding
gunship.
What Mothergunship is a
I broke you. I did it.
Yeah, you no, knock it off. Okay, so Mothergunship is like a bullet hell first-person shooter, and the big gimmick you just saw me doing there is that you can build your own guns out of parts that you find in like the shop. So here we're about to see just kind of a little bit of the gameplay. Shit spawns all over the room. I have to run around and kill it. It's actually a really bad. I believe the rooms are randomly there's a set number of rooms you can get, but the order you do them in is randomly generated.
Yeah. That's pretty typical.
Yeah. So the dungeon overall is random, but the rooms aren't really. Like the same rooms will always have the same enemies too, as far as I'm aware.
It randomly generates which rooms are going to be win, while it's it'll show you in half a second here. You'll go in one of the doors and then,
Yeah. Also there are shops. That's how you get new parts for your guns and upgrade them.
Yeah.
You get to keep whatever gun parts you acquire, and then you can choose them to bring in on later missions. You only have a certain number you can bring in, but you get to choose them.
And if you die,
later.
I think you lose some gun parts.
If you die, you lose all the gun parts you have with you, which includes the ones you brought with you. So you can actually run. If you die enough, you can actually run out of gun parts and be unable to continue. Or there's probably some soft lock saver where you can't lose a certain gun or something, but yeah, you could theoretically lose all of your guns. Now you'll see here that I am jumping a lot in the air. One of the things that I really like about this game is the movement. It's really fast and floaty and arena shootery, and it's very
up in the corner there.
Very fluid. Yeah, the jumps.
Yeah, up in the right hand corner, you can see all of those arrows. That's how many times you can jump.
Right. Now, sometimes rooms will give you. You know what? I think it actually happens in this video. I'll save that one. Point is that you get upgrades as you go along that are just temporary for within the rest of the ship, and you lose them. But you can also upgrade. The reason I have 5 right now is because I've upgraded them with experience points you get for actually killing stuff.
Yeah.
So
is it bad that having seen only the box art for this game, I assumed it was a twin stick shooter and not this at all?
No, because you would kind of think like from the description, right? It's like a bullet hell game where you get to build your own guns. Like if you exclude first person shooter, that has twin stick shooter written all over it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Bullet hell and build your own guns, but no, you can actually here. I think here I'm gonna actually play with the gun building system a little bit. I can. You can configure these guns in any way. So there's connectors and guns, and then little modifiers. The connectors you can actually put on top of other connectors. So you could in one arm have a gun with just 6 different guns that shoot at a time.
One of the things I had, one of my very first multiple barreled guns, there are connectors, there are barrels, and then there are caps. Caps, modify your gun in some way. One of the things was, I had, a double connector. I started out with that, and on top what I put was a grenade launcher, and on bottom what I put was a rocket launcher. That was fun. That killed things fast. It killed things real fast.
It's fun to play with little combinations of barrels, and the other thing you're seeing me here, I'm struggling fitting some of the things. The things actually have to physically fit on your gun, so certain models just won't work together. But you can see the buzzsaw launcher and whatever else I have on there are both flat, so they actually fit together really nicely. So they have this kind of way of balancing the guns to what they want to fit together.
Based on shape.
Based on shape. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And also, that's what the connectors are for. Like, if something won't fit, you can just shove another
Yeah.
connector on top of it and then put that on there and it'll fit.
Yeah, there are some connectors which are just really long and thin so that you can have, like, a gun that wouldn't normally fit somewhere. And it extends the connection so that it's just really thin and in front of it instead.
Yeah. You can probably create some pretty overpowered shit. I honestly haven't gotten very far in the game at all. I've only gotten to, like, room 3.
Yeah, I haven't gotten very terribly far. I think I'm doing like ship 4 right now. Or actually, I think I'm doing a side mission. The side missions are pretty fun. And the reason you'd want to do them is because there's actually like a black market shop in your little home quarters that you can bring gold away from the missions and spend it there for like probably more powerful weapons than you're going to be able to find.
Yeah.
Now here is
Well,
No,
not only that,
quite.
but there are also guns you can get on those missions, and just doing missions is worth it because you might get more gun parts.
Exactly. And I think there's like different tiers of guns that just have like straight up better stats.
Yeah.
And different tiers of modifiers and stuff. Like one of the really fun things is to just put a whole bunch of automatic weapons on your one arm and then put on a mod that decreases your knockback so that you fire the automatic weapons and it if you have your knockback into negative, it will actually pull you forward as you're firing.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
This game reminds me of like just a better version of like Paranautical Activity.
Yeah, it kind of is. Especially, obviously the building your own guns thing is the main draw. But like even the gameplay, like if you couldn't build your own guns, if it was just kind of set guns, like the gameplay is pretty solid. You know.
Yeah. There seems to be a lot of like these style like first person kind of randomly ordered room.
So let me
stuff.
explain why I got so excited there real quick because I've been holding on to this one. This was a dice room. It means it contains a random variable. The random variable I rolled was every single enemy drops a jump power up. Meaning every single enemy I kill gives me 1 bonus max jump for the rest of the mission. So you'll notice from this point onwards, instead of moving along the ground like I've been doing, I just begin to fly around the rest of the map.
Yeah.
Every single enemy in this room. It's absurd. This has happened to me like 4 times. I think this almost happens like often enough because they just want you to do this all the time. It's because it's fun.
Yeah.
And it's almost like Immortal Redneck now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's back to Saine's point that there have been a lot of you know, games that have sort of
A similar
been
vibe.
like, yeah, a similar vibe. I think they've just been listening to my particular wants. There needs to be games. After Doom 2016 came out, people were like, "Oh yeah, people like that kind of shit, huh?"
Uh-huh.
Well, some of the ones they're talking about predates that, but I almost feel like I want more of that in a like predictable manner instead of being randomized as much.
Right.
But I don't know. I mean, that's just
less randomized. Especially because all of the rooms are like handmade. It's just which room you get is randomized.
Well, sure, but the same thing.
I'm sure you unlock more rooms, like more possible rooms as you progress through the story too. That's another thing. The game does have a story. I don't know if it's a very good one. I think it's really just justification.
I literally didn't pay any attention to the story. I could not tell you whether it was good or not.
So you're basically what you're doing. You're in a robot that you were like cryogenically frozen, and you just got resurrected to pilot this robot. There is a fleet of alien ships outside of Earth, and they want to take down the mothership, the Mothergunship. Problem is, it's cloaked, so you have to find out how to decloak it. You find out how to decloak it, then you got to go and do that, and then something goes wrong, and you know, it's that kind of story. It's just like your goal is to get to the Mothergunship, and it really doesn't matter what the justification is.
But now you have 44 jumps, it seems.
Yes, I do have 44 jumps. The game also has secrets that you can find. They're not particularly interesting secrets. I mean, they just randomly spawn in walls when you get close enough and break them. But
yeah, that's what you were doing just a second ago, right?
That's why I was like walking around to the corners of everything. And here's where I think I start building like really absurd guns. And the reason I'm doing this so often isn't to demonstrate, it's because you're probably going to want to build a new gun every single time you go to a shop. Like this isn't just for demonstration purposes.
Right. That's cool. I like intricate modding systems like this, like in-game modding system, like weapon mod systems. I'm a sucker for that. Like there's certain things like Borderlands that I wish went more into that.
Yeah, I'm a little sad that Borderlands didn't have that. Like Borderlands 3. I feel like that would be a really great addition to the Borderlands game.
And kind of like a logical progression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of mechanics.
But you know, I got what I wanted out of like Fallout New Vegas, or not New Vegas.
76.
76. God, I couldn't think of the number. I kind of got that out of Fallout 76, which was my favorite part of that game. So I just wish more people would do stuff like this game, because this is really interesting.
So, you know, when I have all of these jumps, it kind of turns the game into like a Flappy Bird first-person shooter. It's hilarious.
You're not wrong.
Because it's a bullet hell. You're dodging shit at the same time. Like it's like Flappy Bird.
And you don't want to fall into lava.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It's very funny. It's not quite as challenging as Flappy Bird, though. Nothing.
Not any fucking more.
You can't get Flappy Bird anymore. You can only get the hundreds of
That's part of
clones.
the challenge.
I was just saying, like, now that you've gotten Gun 2.0 and can shred through everything, you have to think about dying.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure you still
Gun
have to think about
2.0, you mean the one with the shotgun on top and the other guns on bottom and the lots of guns everywhere and gun?
Yes.
That gun?
Yeah, those are the ones.
That's Mothergunship for you.
I'm glad it's living up to its name.
Oh, yeah. Maybe you were the Mothergunship the whole time.
The Mothergunship is the friends we made along the way.
Yeah, like the lieutenant or the faulty AI. The very first thing you do in this game is like try to
the faulty AI is voiced by the same thing that voices your ghost in Destiny. I feel like it is.
You mean Nolan North?
Yeah, is
Yeah,
it
the ghost is
Yes.
Nolan North. I don't think that.
Okay.
I'm not sure that it's Nolan North though.
In this game?
He's
Yeah.
he's doing his best impression of him though.
It used to be that one guy who plays the dwarf in what's it called?
See, now I've just added a 5-slot connector in front of the shotgun, so
yeah,
now
that's hilarious.
Just jam a whole bunch of fucking mods onto that thing. Like, it even gets more ridiculous on your screen. Like, it's physically taking up more of my screen, making the game a little bit more difficult to play.
That's a funny way to like sort of balance it too.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, can you just build it like upside down?
Yeah, I probably could have. But then it would be a little bit, well, I guess it wouldn't be that much harder because it still goes to your crosshair.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe it doesn't maybe it would just cover stuff if you put it down one slot, I don't know.
Maybe. Let me explain these rooms. So, some rooms are just normal. Some rooms, there are multiple exits from each room as well. So some rooms are normal. Some rooms have like a dice roll thing, which either gives you a beneficial or a bad effect in the room. And then some have a sword, which will give you a challenge. Like here, I had to take no damage for 40 seconds, and I was like, how the fuck am I supposed to do that? Fuck that. But if you succeed on the challenge, you get like a ton of extra money or like a free gun part, which is really good because even if you don't need to use it in this run, it's still a free gun part that you can use for something else later.
Yeah. So how do you keep gun parts? Is it just anything you don't use gets sent
anything
to your inventory?
Well, they say that there's a limit to the number of gun parts you can actually take back with you, but I've never reached to that limit.
Okay, so it's a lot.
So yeah, it's all of the gun part, basically all of the gun parts you're carrying.
How did you not get the chain gun? Come on.
Yeah, I should have actually, because that's an upgraded chain. Oh no, you know what happened is an enemy spawned after I went into the shop, which locked me out of purchasing anything.
Oh.
And then I stepped out of the shop, and it locked me out of the shop from going back in, and I'm like, oh yep, there's an enemy.
Bummer. Well, you got back in.
Yeah. So that jelly container, what it does is it makes every single bullet leave a slowing field wherever it impacts. Now, as you can see, I have a gun that fires a lot of bullets. And that's what's so fun about this game, is like not just putting a bunch of guns that might synergize with each other, but like also trying to figure out how to best put the caps on with the guns, because the caps actually affect every barrel. If they're anywhere on the gun, all of the barrels get the bonus. It's not just like whatever's directly connected.
Okay.
So you can just kind of shove caps on there like wherever you want. And as you see now that fitting thing we were talking about, I'm like trying to fit this desperately, and I'm like, nah, I can't do it.
Can you put it in the like bottom slot, or is it not?
Yeah, I tried that already. It doesn't fit there either. If I had like another connector that I could put there, then it might fit, but it just can't do it right now.
Well, can you take it off of one gun and put it onto the other?
Yeah, that's what I actually think I wound up doing. A chain gun, and I'm trying to fit that third energy orb on there, and I just can't. But like, look at that beast. It has shit all over it, and I thought I could fit the jelly container there, but I want it on there so bad because of the slow field. So like,
cool that
you can see, the gun modding system is like really, really in depth and really freaking cool.
Yeah, that's super neat.
Problem is, like, I feel like you're very reliant on randomly generating what you get, because you can't make a big cool gun like this, because usually you can only like take 3 or 4 parts. So like, 1 connector, 1 cap, and 2 barrels, and like that's it. You've got yourself 1 arm, but you have 2 arms worth of guns, so like half of your guns are always going to be RNG, you know?
Right.
Yeah. But maybe that gets alleviated later on, because each mission has a unique, like, each mission you can take a certain number of guns. It's unique per mission, not per like random or anything. But really, that only affects the first room. I don't know. It's strange.
There you go.
Yeah.
Your monstrosity now works.
Yeah,
get rid of the saw plates, but it's whatever.
Yeah. See, like, you know, so many games could have just easily given you a jetpack, and like those upgrades could have been jetpack fuel.
Nah,
no. Jumps. You get 42 jumps.
44 jumps?
44 jumps.
Oh, that chain gun's good.
Yeah, it is. It also, oh, and as you can see, I'm now, flinging myself across the fucking room by shooting that chain gun.
That's kind of great, though.
It is, because now
you're using it as a jetpack, you were just saying.
Exactly. I've played Cave Story, I know what the fuck is up.
Exactly.
I was pretty good at Cave Story. Yeah, this game is really good. But as you can see, the knockback is actually serving to fuck me up a little bit against these little tiny jet guys, because I kind of need to get close to hit them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very actiony. Like the movement, aside from the 44 jumps, feels a lot like Quake.
Yeah. That's always nice.
Yeah. And you see, there's not even a shop here. I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not even gonna kill those. So you can just leave the room early if you want, but the shop is locked if there is an enemy in the room. So if you want a shop, you have to kill all the enemies.
Gotcha. I like how you were at 659 jumps already.
Oh yeah.
It shows your stats on that little board.
That dungeon. Well,
yeah,
it's like it's like jumps versus time on the ground should be a stat or something. It's amazing. And
although
as
now
you can see, this is
running
one of the
around
hazards that I can roll is those little lava things. This was actually a dice room, so yeah. So, you also don't get knocked back when you're on the ground. So your guns don't knock you back if you're on the ground. You're stabilized. But if you jump, which is another balancing factor, I suppose, to the jumps.
Yeah.
Unless you like
need something to keep you on the ground.
Exactly. Yeah. And then of course here's the flag room, and this was just a little baby alien ship, but the goal of each of these dungeons is to get to the end and press the big red self-destruct button, blow up the ship, and leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't Don't push
Except
this.
for the main story missions. The main story mission, like, the Mothergunship AI is a character.
Okay.
The AI on the Mothergunship knows everything you're doing, but it believes you to be a pizza delivery man. So like its defenses are like trying to kill you and stuff, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry, hang on, no, I need to turn off the defenses, just give me a moment. And then it doesn't turn off the defenses, and it's like, well, I appreciate your pizza delivery service anyway. Thank you for going through all of that, and then you blow up the ship and leave.
That's pretty good.
And it's like, all of the ships you deliver pizzas to seem to blow up immediately afterwards. Isn't it strange? Like, the AI actually thinks you're the pizza delivery guy. It's quite fun.
That's
and
pretty
here's
funny.
that forward booster thing I was talking about, where your pushback can go into the negative. But you can also use it to just make a stabilized gun as well.
Right.
And here I just kind of like play with the forward pushback a little bit. But yeah,
All right.
Mothergunship verdict, I'd say pretty damn great.
Yeah, it looks fun. That looks like it's gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's like that. Oh god, that website that was popular like 5 years ago, where it just had a bunch of gun parts that you could stick together, and people made like guns that were just knives with scopes, and people made
Yeah, I know that one.
yeah,
The walking gun that throws guns that fire bullets that are guns.
yeah, exactly.
That's some
That's it.
Warhammer
It feels like
40K
this
shit.
is just like exactly. This is just like the natural progression of that website.
In this game, you very well might be able to achieve enough darker. Just maybe.
Impossible. You're a mad orc.
All right.
Or a philosopher.
Well, thanks for joining us.
I'm not pressing the forward button at all.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it just like pulls you with it.
Well, thanks for joining us. This was Mothergunship. Give us a like if you liked the video. Comment.
Give us
You
a
can
like
tell
anyway.
us
You
about-
don't have to have liked it.
Tell us about how... I don't know.
This game is secretly bad and we're dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly me.
Subscribe for more content like this, and we have a Discord that we would love for you to join. Have lots of people hanging out there every night. And oh, Patreon. We have a Patreon.
You got one of those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that exists.
So you should do that if you want to give us money to make more of these games, I guess. All right.
Videos.
Videos.
Videos on the games. Yes, we don't make the games. All right. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys next time, and remember, as always,
Stay beautiful.